the video is playing. Actually, I'm supposed to be looking at this way, but then I don't know why I'm looking at this way. This happens, but then let's just ignore it, okay? This is only few of you guys are watching, so it doesn't matter. So, hi guys, this is Navin's Perspective. Welcome back to the channel. I don't even know why do I name it channel. I don't think so. People are enjoying, but then why am I doing? I don't know. Will I stop doing it? I don't think so. Let's get to the topic. So the topic today is okay. Before we go into the topic, what language am I supposed to use? English or Tamil? Mm. We use a little bit of both. Okay. So for those who don't understand Tamil, go learn Tamil. Okay, because it's one of our best language there. Okay. So இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்னத்தை பத்தி பேசுறோம்னா, does it really matter when your heart stops beating? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. Just for 1 second, think about it. If your heart stops working right now, you're like stops, you're like, does it even matter whatever you're doing, whatever you've planned for the next 10 years, 15 years, whatever dreams, ambitions that you had, okay, whatever you have prepared yourself, ignore. There's a new dog in my house. Its name is Rio, and it likes to, it's not even barking, it's basically like making that puppy sound. Okay, so just ignore it, okay? Yeah, I can hear it. I'm not sure whether you guys can hear it now. Okay, so what does it matter when your heart stops working? I mean like, all of us living in the fact that believing, we best believe that we're going to live for the next 15, 20 years, 30 years, because we assume that we're going to live for the 70 years old, until we get old, so we're planning to buy a car, planning to buy a house, all these things. Because the other day, what made me to think about என்னடா பேசுற? I mean like, the other day I saw this one post in Instagram. I pretty much spend most of my time in Instagram and in YouTube, and I saw this one particular video where this one fellow will come and ask, if I give you 10 million, will you take it? And obviously, who wouldn't say no, probably I wouldn't say no. I don't know why, but I might say no. I mean, like, when this will ask to the other person, like, that's my mom shouting to you, not to make any sound. Probably she'll be knocking on the door and like asking me to shut up also. Just like, most of you would have been probably thinking I should be shutting up my mouth. But it's okay. So let's get to the story again. So this fella will be asking to the other fella, if I give you 10 million, will you take it or not take it? And obviously that fella said, of course I will take it. But then he tried to twist the question. But what if I say you can take the 10 million today, but then you won't wake up the next day? Will you still take the 10 million? And that fellow said, obviously no. So then the fellow will be asking, so you believe that fly? Why does fly? So the other person will be asking, so you believe that waking up tomorrow is more important than getting a 10 million today? That question is really good. So which means, nothing matters. Even 10 million, you give him 1 billion, it doesn't matter when you know that you're not going to be living tomorrow. So the most important thing that you have to see here is time is everything. Time is literally everything. And we ourselves as humans, we invest our time, our effort, energy in so many different kind of things. And the worst part is that this is the worst part that I don't like with most of the people. See, still I'm still looking at here. I'm supposed to be looking at here. The lens is over here. Idiot, look at here. Okay, so yeah. So the problem with most people is that we like to critique and we like to look down on others, based on people's interest. This is something that happened recently, okay? I had to meet my cousin. I didn't meet him for almost 18 years, family reasons, family issues. I didn't meet him for almost like 18 years. And I get to know about him from my other relatives. They say that he is into trains. Let me repeat, he is into trains. And that actually made me stunned because I have never heard anyone that is so interested with trains. And I was like, uh, you mean trains? And and my relative started showing me his page and his videos and in his social medias, and I was like, he's not just into trains, he's obsessed with it. And I was like, why are you obsessed with trains? I mean, like, trains, because I'm a person who's into cars, okay? And I've heard about people, they are so into cars, they love cars, I know people love bikes, some people love aeroplanes and flights and things that flies in the sky. But trains, I was like, trains are rail vandiya, அது என்னடா இருக்கு? I was like that. That is bad on me because I could not understand why a person could be so obsessed with trains because I've never heard about it. I'm 27 and I've never heard about people obsessed with trains. So I went to meet up him. I wanted to know why is he obsessed with train, and that's he gave me a good valid point. He said whenever he was a small boy, he lives in a house where there's a railway track beside his house, so he can always listen to this train passing by sound. And he spends a lot of time seeing the train pass by, and you know eventually he got this curiosity why, how, this train is working, how is it traveling that speed, why is it so long, how is it traveling on the track. So understandable, so I understand his perspective and I respect it. And I think so I spent almost like 2 hours listening to his strange story. He was talking a lot and I get to know that he actually have a lot of members, friends that really like stream. So that's a good idea. Okay, I mean, like, back to the question, does anything really matter when your heart stops working? Does anything really matter when your heart stops working? Let's get back to this topic again. So you see people doing different kind of things with their life because they like doing what they want to do, which is okay, but then I've been watching few movies recently, Hollywood movies, of course. uh, why do you say of course? I think பெரிய பீட்டர் கொஞ்ச நாள் படம் பார்க்க போய் தமிழில் கொஞ்சம் போவோம். ஓகே, கொஞ்ச நாள் படம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். வேற அந்த டாக்டர் வந்துட்டு நீங்கள் இன்னும் ஒரு மாதத்தில் செத்து போயிடுவீங்க, உங்களுக்கு கேன்சர் இருக்கு, சம்திங் லைக் சம்திங் டு டூ வித் ஹெல்த் இஷ்யூஸ் வேர் யூ கோயிங் டு டை, and the doctor gives you approximately like 2-3 months like that, so you know that you're going to die, so you know when is your deadline, your death date. Then everything changes. They stop working, they use all the money they have to enjoy their life, they go start doing help, and they go say sorry to whoever they feel like they should go and say sorry. You do all that after you know your death day. My question to you, do you know that you're going to die one day? And do you even know that you can die anytime tomorrow? So why are you holding on to certain things? Why are you holding on to certain things, and why are you planning 10 years in advance? I know, we all best believe that we will reach 60, 70 years old. I understand the concept, but then why do you hold on so much? So much. I mean, so much to the fact that you cannot, you cannot, like, live for one day. People say live a life. They just, oh my god, Rio is making so much sound. Probably he's thinking that he's going to live for the next 67. Oh my god, now Mia starts barking. Now there's two people barking. Now what am I supposed to do? Pause the video for a while? Okay, let me pause the video for a while because I don't know how long this guy's going to bark. Okay, just a moment. I'm back, so you probably can hear they're still barking. I can't do anything because I don't have that much of free time. So yeah. So you see, Mia likes to bark at something. Rio likes to bark at anything. So when Rio is barking for anything, that is a something for Mia. So they always bark. Yeah. Looks like I can only do these videos when they are sleeping. And my mom barks at me most of the time. Like, I won't say bark, but sometimes it sounds like barking. She's barking at me. Yeah. So it's okay. Let's don't get too deep into that. Okay. So where were I? Yeah, doing things that you're supposed to be doing when you know that you know your deadline, your death day, not your deadline, your death day. Yeah. So I mean, like, when you know your death day, you start to doing things that really matters to you. Why can't you do that now? Why can't you do that now? I mean, like, for example, let's just take you have this one best friend. Let's just make it a she. Okay, that's because I'm a guy. Let's say she's going to die. Let's just assume she knows her death day. She knows she's going to die in a month, and you have some problems with her. What would you do? You, you would do anything for her, right? You would do anything for her, that makes her happy. You'll forget about all the problems that you have with her. You will go and say sorry. You will try to spend a lot of good time with her. Why can't we do that now? You might think that person is crazy. He or she is doing something that is not worthwhile. and they're just wasting their time, like for example, like for me, people say I waste a lot of time on the car. It's a 20 years old car. I'm spending a lot of time with the ar. But then just imagine if I'm going to die in a month time, people will be like, do you want me to get something for your car? Do you want me to spend time doing something with your car? We do that once we know that a person is going to die. But we can't do that knowing that that person might die one day, might be tomorrow, but then we don't care. We just mind our own business. I mean, that's for other people, but then think about your own life. Are you doing what really matters to you? That's why we're going to jump into another topic, which is how to say it's something that happens to my friend. Like it happened recently. Okay, this I can break it down into another subtopic. The topic where I'll name it as helping isn't really helping at times. Okay, so this is about my friend, and I don't want to mention her name because she is one of the most beautiful person that I know. Not just in terms of the looks, in terms of her personality. She has one of the most beautiful personality. Okay, I'm into cars. Some people into money. She's into dogs. Okay, she loves dogs a lot. Okay, and I like her for that reason because I know so many people are into dogs. So many people say I love puppies, I love dogs, but then she is a genuine person who is genuinely in love with dogs, and I can say dogs also are in love with her because the moment they see her, they cheer up. She has something in her vibe that is actually something that any dogs would like to go and be with her. So she wanted me to help out a non-profit organization, NGO, a non-government organization, yes, an NGO, to help to do some videos for them, and put in socials. So I wanted to help. Okay, I don't want to get too deep into this because I don't want to offend anyone because I love her idea. I love her a genuine approach of trying to help someone. But then, my first viewing when I first saw the organization doing something just nearby here, nearby to my house, you see, what I saw, what I saw. Let's just change the story a bit. Two people, two people, one over here, one over here. They're trying to carry a log. For those who don't know what's a log, because I found out what a log means when I was 21, maybe. Okay, a katak, a big katak. So one person is carrying over here, another person is carrying over here. So they are carrying this log. So two people comes into the picture saying that, can I give you a hand? And they, of course, they say, yeah, of course can carry. So what happens? Two people, one people over here, one people over here, and another two people in the middle trying to carry the log. Now the log becomes lighter for all four of them because there's four people are carrying the same thing. Now that another two more people comes into the picture, and these two people says, "Can I give you a hand?" Now there is six people carrying the same log. Now imagine another two more person comes to help this to carry the same log over there. Now, do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Helping isn't really helping when the value of your effort is being, I won't say useless, but there's no point when too many people trying to help on the same thing. So that's where I realize, we can do what really matters to us. While we are living, we do what really matters to us. You know, yes, there are some portion of people will be afraid to do what they want to do because they're afraid what the society will think of them. They'll think, the challenges, the obstacles, they'll be there when they want to do what they love to do. But then when you love to do something, you got to do it regardless of what, you know, because you can only do it while you're alive. Once you're dead, what's the point of trying to do something that you want to do when you didn't even do it when you're alive? What's the point of it thinking about it when you're dead? You can't even think when you're dead, so doesn't matter. It's basically the topic of the video, right? Does it even matter when your heart stops beating? So what happened here is when I see the situation when I went there, I can only come up with one quote. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Too many cooks spoil the soup. Whichever you want to keep it. Like I felt like two people doing the same thing and it's not really helping. So I genuinely wanted to advise this my best friend. She's like my sister, and I wanted to tell to her that you have a genuine heart. You have a beautiful heart that you want to go and help these stray dogs, homeless puppies and all that. But then I see you're not utilizing your time, your effort, your money fully in this particular organization. Why? You can put the same time, same energy, the same money, because obviously you're traveling and you're doing things not for free. You need to put some kind of money. The thing is, you can put all this money and stuffs into your own stuff, like you do your own thing, where often people think, my mom is about to get a lot of cash, a lot of money, due to some reasons, and she says she's going to take this money, she's going to go and give it to orphanage centers, shelters where human beings are taken care of. I said, don't do that. Most people are doing this, and I know I'm not here to critique, I'm not here to say that you're doing a bad thing. What I'm saying is you can do better. How this is the answer. You see, these people, those who are in the shelter already, we talk about humans first, okay? We are humans, so we talk about humans first. Human comes first. So those humans that is already in a shelter, already under some kind of organizations, regardless whether it's a government organization, non-profit organization, they're already there. So somehow they are getting helped. Those people who are working in the organization or volunteering for the organization, they're not going to just leave you to die. Then they're not going to leave you to starve and just die. They're going to do some kind of things, and government is going to look into it somehow. I want these people who are genuinely by heart, who wants to go and help others, regardless whether it's animal or human. Go down to the streets, go down to places where people don't usually go. You will find people who are not under any shelter. They don't even know whether they're going to get food or they're going to get water to drink the next 24 hours or not. And when you see dogs and puppies, you know, in no man's land. When I say no man's land, there's no man's, there's no water there, there's no food there. You don't even know how the puppy or the dog ended up over there. Go and help there. Go and help there. Your time, your money, your energy, put your effort there. It matters over there more than it matters over the one that is already in the shelter. You know, instead of 10, 15 people trying to carry the same log, let your hands off. Say 2 or 4 people is sufficient for this particular thing. I'm going to go elsewhere and help. You know, I'm going to do something else. The topic is the same, the subject is the same, but then I'm going to go elsewhere and give my time and energy and money to help. Don't always go for shelters. I won't say they are doing well, but they're not going to die. They will survive somehow. So try to go for those things that is not even under any shelter. You can take the puppy, go and give it to a shelter, organization that's going to take care of homeless and stray dogs, puppies, cats, whatever it is. You can go down in the street where you can see people are really, really suffering. You know, just for those who are not in Malaysia, you can go to Petaling Street. You can just go to the middle city of KL. You can see beggars. You can see people who are really, really suffering. Go and help them. Those people are not under shelter. Give them uh, a reason to live. They don't know how long they're going to live. What matters to them when their heart stops beating? You can ask me what's the point of me coming in to this channel and putting all these videos. What's the point? Because to me, what really matters to me when my heart stops, I have my answer. What matters to me, if I'm not going to be alive tomorrow, is that I have already, I've already quoted, I've already put a statement on how a person should be, what a person should do while he's living, or while she is living. Both genders can be involved in this. To me, my statement matters. Doesn't matter I'm going to live for how long. I want to live as a good human being. I want to invest my time, my energy, my effort for others. I'm a person that I can limit myself, saying that I'm not into goals, I'm not into money, I'm not into most of the things that people want to be in. I'm not into big luxury cars, I'm not into big luxury houses. No, I want to live for the sake of other people's benefit. When I say benefit, it's not just benefit. I'm just talking about bare minimum, what a bare minimum a person needs in order to at least smile. So that's where I'm putting my money in my time. I'm not just going to come and invest my time and my energy in stuff, knowing that it can just make someone's life easier when they're already living an easier life, or they're already living a bare minimum life. I want to go for those who are not even living. you know the main reason why I did this video is for you to ask yourself. Let me ask you this question one more time before I end the video, okay? Does it really even matter once your heart stops beating? Why are you doing something, the one that you're doing now or you're about to do, or the things that you have already done? Does it even matter when your heart stops beating? That's the question. If you can answer the question, if it matters to you, if you know that you're going to be living for another one more month, and if you will keep doing what you're doing right now, then you're doing the right thing. If you would not be doing what you're doing right now, if you know that you're going to be living only for one more month, then try to find some time. Try to find some time. Do what really matters to you. Because we're not going to be here for a long time. Stop planning for 10, 15, 20 years. Stop. Stop it. It's not going to be worth it. Do something that's going to make you happy, that's going to make those people around you happy. When I say people, not just people, animals. Make yourself useful while you're living. Okay, make sure this heart that you're having inside is being happy for what you're doing, and you know that you're doing the best that you possibly can for those animals and humans that needs you, especially you. Okay, don't go and jump into the same pool where everybody is jumping into and saying you're doing something good. Try to find pools where people will never look into. Go to places where people will not go. Do things where people will not do because they just want to do the easier things, which is shelters, organizations. If you have a lot of money, go down the street. Stop taking your car, stop taking your bike. Walk down the street. Just walk down the street. I bet in 1 hour time you will be able to see a stray dog. You will be able to see humans that is asking for food. You see any old lady, just ask her, do you need something to walk comfortably? Can I buy you a drink? That's that is what really matters. That matters. The beautiful thing a human being can achieve is after you die, you're still being remembered for the good things that you did. To me, that is what matters after your heart stops. You did a lot of good things for people. They're going to be, remembering you. They're going to make sure that they remind you about you to so many people. So that's it for this video, guys. I promise that I'll be coming every week, but then I don't want to make videos for the sake of making videos. I want to come and share videos, share things when I really have something to talk about. And I did say I'm going to like talk in Tamil and English, but I felt it's more important to talk in English this time, so I wanted to maintain in English. So happy holidays for those who are having holidays. Selamat Hari Raya for those who are celebrating Raya, and live a good life. Okay, cheers, guys.